Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming up on your primetime news, the military identifies the airman found dead earlier this week, and one person has been taken into custody. Plus, personal information mistakenly sent out, and the people affected, University of Guam students. Also tonight, veterans and others rally outside the Congresswoman's office, demanding an investigation into the use of Agent Orange. Off day, everybody, and good evening. We now know the name of the airman found dead on Anderson Air Force Base earlier this week. 20-year-old Bradley Hale was deployed here from Louisiana. Investigators confirmed they have one suspect in custody.
We first brought you that news earlier today. KUAM's Nick Delgado joins us with more. Nick.
Bree and Jace, the airman was deployed here from Louisiana. Investigators confirming there was a lot of blood when they found his body inside the base's temporary lodging facility.
Tragedy on Anderson Air Force Base. 2 days after Airman First Class Hale's body was found in the base quarters, investigators confirmed they took one person away. Air Force Office of Special Investigations Public Affairs Chief Linda Carr tells KUAM via email there is a suspect in custody, but since no charges have been preferred yet, his information cannot be released. Carr could not say if the suspect is an airman at this time. She states it is premature at this point to comment on future courses of action for this situation, as this is still an open and ongoing death investigation. Investigators have no concrete evidence for now. Hale was found lifeless on the military base around 3 a.m. on Tuesday. Carr adding security forces at Guam were first to arrive on scene, and they called in OSI agents. They saw a lot of blood at the scene and what appeared to be a stab wound on the victim's body. This information, she says, is not official, but it will be confirmed when the official autopsy is completed. A medical examiner with the Office of Armed Forces Medical Examiner from Kadena Air Force Base in Okinawa is coming to Guam to perform the autopsy. 36 Wing Commander Brigadier General Douglas Cox states, "Our focus is on supporting the families, the affected unit, and our community. This is a very difficult loss. Professional support services are assisting those affected by this tragedy, and our prayers and thoughts remain with them." Though the circumstances surrounding Hale's death is unknown, it's support that Guam National Guard Adjutant General Major General Roderick Leon Guerrero is all too familiar with.
My biggest concern is some individuals don't realize the importance of spiritual growth. Spiritual growth helps build resiliency. Some think that it's not related. In my mind, spiritual growth and resiliency are one and the same.
We asked him about the situation up north during a prayer breakfast with his airmen and soldiers.
I know times are tough, and I know General Cox is doing a great job. He knows what he's doing, and on behalf of the soldiers and airmen of the Guam National Guard, we pray for him and his family.
Prayers and guidance to help Hale's family and others who knew him best.
It's not malicious, and the first time it's ever happened, telling students to delete the email immediately.
We can't trust every single person that has the email to delete it. You know, we can't trust every single, we don't even know who has the email. So it was really scary. In my opinion, it was very eye-opening to see that something like this could happen.
Maria says hundreds of students and their social security numbers were on that list, afraid their identities could be stolen.
Our social security number is literally it's our identification. It's our source of identification. We use it to apply for our passport or our IDs or even on other documents, and it's on our documents. It's very important. So if someone was able to retrieve that information, that they could use it against us. If that kind of information gets out, where does that leave us as students? You know what I mean? Like, how will we entrust those who we're supposed to trust in the first place with our information?
UOG says they take the safeguarding of students' personal information very seriously. For the next 12 months, they'll provide free credit monitoring services to those affected. Reporting for Guam News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
A 24/7 hotline has also been set up for students and parents affected. That number to call is 735-2630.
No longer serving the Archdiocese of Agande, but still getting paid is the case for at least 2 former Guam priests accused of clergy sex abuse.
Crystal Paco takes a look at the numbers.
$1,500 a month or $18,000 a year. That's how much compensation Guam's Bishop Anthony Apron will continue to receive despite a recent Vatican verdict. It's called, quote-unquote, decent support. Apron's successor, Archbishop Michael Burns, explains.
He is still receiving a stipend because he's still a cleric of the Archdiocese of Agana.
But Apron isn't alone. Former Guam priest Father Louis Brouillard continues to receive decent support from the Archdiocese of Agana as well. Here's a 2016 phone interview with Brouillard where he discloses he's receiving about $6,600 from the Guam Church annually.
Do you still receive a paycheck from Guam?
Yes.
How much?
$550 every.
But at the same time, we've had a certain amount of relief, but we really do need greater clarity about some of the things that came out from the congregation.
KUAM has reached out to canon lawyers for further clarification. No response was received as of news time. Apron's verdict came at the eve of Holy Week and Easter. Archbishop Burns giving this message to Catholics.
Jesus redeems everything, every evil. He's taking to the cross everything, every sorrow, every shame. He's taking it to the cross and redeeming it. In mysterious ways sometimes, but the reality is there. He redeems every evil.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Taxpayers to the rescue to save your government from disaster in the form of 2 tax hikes, the impending business privilege tax increase, and a sales tax on the way, with local residents now saying no to any new taxes that the legislature is cooking up.
Chris Barnett reports.
Call this time of year tax season, but it's taking on a whole new meaning as Guam gets ready for a 1% increase to the business privilege tax on April 1st. And that's no April fooling. Tax season running a little bit longer this year as a 2% sales tax hits at the end of the fiscal year in October. Surprisingly, local residents I spoke to willing to accept that we need to help Gov Guam out of its financial death throes by biting the bullet and suffering through the domino effects of a BPT hike and the implementation of a sales tax. But the bucks should stop there, they say. The people of Guam just saying no to any new taxes.
No new taxes. No new taxes.
2% is not going to hurt that much. You know what I mean? It's something that we can help the government with.
The feeling is, if we have to bail out the government one more time, so be it. As long as Gov Guam does what it can to restructure and reduce, I don't mind paying more at the store to help out healthcare and education. But that's it, Pansit.
2% is not bad, yeah.
What about after that? Do you support any new taxes after that?
No.
Senators doing the unimaginable and proposing even more new taxes to our already overburdened people. So what do you want to say to senators who are trying to put even more taxes on us?
Back off.
I think it's enough just for the sales tax and stop from there. The people don't need to be taxed anymore.
Senator Joe San Augustine, the man behind the 2% sales tax bailout, saying his colleagues are trigger happy on taxing the people. I asked the senator a simple question. New taxes, yes or no?
The answer to your question is no, and any additional taxes. Increase in fees, yes. Reducing in salaries of elected and unclassified folks, yes.
San Augustine implying that highly paid political hires and mayors should sacrifice before asking the people of Guam to carry the cross for a government we're already in the process of bailing out.
No new taxes. No new taxes.
And I have to say, that makes dollars and cents to me. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
And some relief now for those of you living in central Guam as it's back to business for the Hagåtña Precinct Command, which will open tomorrow at sunrise. This is the same week 2 fire department fire stations will reopen. 19 of the officers temporarily detailed to the prison will go back to their regular duties, while 18 cops will remain at the prison to help curb DOC's overtime. Special operations will continue patrol to fulfill the 12-hour shift operation.
More news after the break.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
We're celebrating our 135th anniversary today, both in the outlying regions on which we hub and also here in Guam itself. It means so much to our team here in Guam. It means a lot to us in the Matson management team, because what it says is we're here to stay. It's a real physical manifestation of our commitment to this region. It's so important that we hire locally, we develop talent locally, we train locally. What's been a wonderful addition to our approach there is that many of the people who started off in Guam have gone off into significant leadership roles elsewhere in the company.
This is our headquarters here in Guam in Micronesia. And when we talk about putting down our roots, it's not just doing business, it's about everything we do with our friends, our customers, and our employees. I believe that nobody can replicate what we do, and that's why we have such a great team and such a great service and why we're successful. This is our home, this is our life, and we're happy to make a difference in everyone else's life.
What do we have here? Tender morsels of deliciousness. Wait, back that up. I see you, your little golden brown temptresses, and oh, all that juicy goodness. Wait, is that a new sauce? Where are my car keys? I'm on my way, Mickey D's.
Introducing McDonald's new Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Juicy and breaded to perfection. Hurry in and get 4 for you or 10 to share.
That's right, my tender game just got an upgrade. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Cars Plus and Mighty has the trucks. And during Ram Truck Month, save up to $97.50 on new Ram trucks. Cars Plus has a great selection of 2018 Ram trucks. Plus, shop our remaining 2017 Ram 1500s. Voted Guam's best truck 2 years in a row. The Ram truck comes with a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. And with 1.99 APR financing for qualified buyers, there's no better time to buy than now. It's Ram Truck Month, and only Cars Plus and Mighty has the trucks. Cars Plus, driven by you.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Welcome back, everybody. A reserved but still significant rally was held outside of Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo's office on Thursday, with the group saying it wanted to draw attention to what it believes was Agent Orange contamination here by the U.S. military. The rather powerful herbicide was used as a defoliant during the Vietnam War and is being blamed for many debilitating health conditions among vets. Rally spokesman Ned Pablo says they are showing support for a pair of bills in Congress that would help exposure victims on Guam as well as elsewhere.
Nothing has been done for how many decades, and it's time that we have our government, our delegate, our governor, our senators get together and let's push H.R. 809 and H.R. 299 that's supposed to be a recognition that the Agent Orange was brought to Guam and used.
Several veterans of the U.S. Air Force have reported spraying such chemicals while assigned up at Andersen Air Force Base back in the 60s and 70s. The Defense Department has denied using Agent Orange at any military facility on Guam.
The Port Authority's first ever bond issue is moving forward. The board receiving an update during its monthly meeting Thursday from General Manager Joanne Brown. She says they're making progress on the bond documents but still need review and approval from both the Port and GITA boards.
We have to forward that also to the PUC for their review and their approval. If we can work in that timeline, we're hoping by mid-May to go back to San Francisco for ratings, and then after that to be actually able to go out in the bond market.
Brown was also critical of Senator Talina Nelson's bill that would put a halt to the bond until the port pays back any operating surplus to the general fund. Nelson is referencing a law passed more than 30 years ago that requires certain autonomous agencies to make payments in lieu of taxes. Brown says they strongly oppose such a move.
Paid this once many years ago. No other autonomous agency, to our understanding, has ever paid this pilot to the general fund. Would be to request additional rate increases. And I don't know at the end of the day, how does that serve our consumers out there in the...
The port plans to borrow up to $72 million for various infrastructure repairs and upgrades, including the rehabilitation of wharf facilities and the construction of a new administration building.
The board of the island's only public hospital meets again, this time finalizing the budget for fiscal year 2019. Though no news yet on the status of the Joint Commission on Accreditation, they are ready to present their budget proposal to the legislature tomorrow. The $200 million budget includes capital projects like the Family Birth Center. As far as finances go, Medical Director Dr. Larry Lozama proposes cost-cutting measures come from reducing services to the Department of Corrections.
The whole service. But we can't afford at the same time to subsidize everything that DOC should be paying for.
These services include only paying for drugs if DOC pays up front. The physician says that the hospital just cannot afford to pay the extra costs when they don't even have resources for their own patients.
Sports is next, but first, here's your weather forecast.
We know how life can be when you're young, wild and free. That's why GTA hooks it up with the best phones at the best prices to keep you living life to the fullest. Get the Motorola Moto G4 for free, an Alcatel A3 XL for only $49, or the Samsung Galaxy A8 for only $99, with a $50 per month unlimited talk and text plan, including 5 gigs of high-speed data. Visit gta.net or a store for details.
Come out for the 4th annual Chucky Run and Fun 5K, 2K, and Flyaway giveaway. Join us Saturday, April 14th at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Show at 5:30 and go at 6 a.m. T-shirts, medals, and other cool prizes, refreshments, and indoor activities after the races. Grand prize drawing for all participants is a trip package for 2 to Manila. Register at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. $8 for students, $12 for adults, and group of 4 Super Saver for just $35. The 4th annual Chuck E. Run and Fun 5K, 2K, and Flyaway giveaway. See you there.
Oh, hun, we should get this. With FHB's Complete Checking debit card, you get cell phone and ID theft protection.
FHB's Complete Checking debit card, you get cell phone and ID theft protection, plus credit monitoring.
Hun, we should get this.
It all starts with yes.
I just said that.
What? No, Marcus just said that.
Open a Complete Checking account with debit card to get cell phone and ID theft protection, plus credit monitoring. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
We are Coors Light. Born in the mountains. Lagered, filtered, and packaged cold for a clean, crisp taste. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports, brought to you by Triple J. Let's check in with Chris Barnett for our Gatorade Game Changer.
Matias Calvo is golden. Undefeated as a Father Duenas Friar wrestler in his junior year, Calvo got the gold. But that isn't stopping him from working even harder.
Just trying to build upon everything that I already have. So lifting more weights, wrestling more, and just overall getting better for next year.
Matias says hitting the mat for the Friars is not always fun and games, but the end game has proven worth it. A three-peat as wrestling champs for Mangilao's maroon and gold.
The tradition of wrestling here at FD is pretty tough because we have our coach Terry DeBold, who really puts in a lot of time for us and wants us to get better. So we have pretty long practices every day, and we have him just pushing us all the way through, him and Coach Jose. Competing for FD and representing our team in general is kind of what drives all of us, because we're representing FD, the brotherhood, and all of that, not just for ourselves. So it kind of pushes us to be better and to have more respect for everyone and do our best on the mat.
Calvo steadily improving on the mat. As a freshman, he finished 4th. As a sophomore, he got the bronze, and this year he snagged top honors in his division.
I've put in a lot of work in the off-season with my brothers and the rest of the FD wrestling team, and it felt really good to win my first championship.
After the wrestling season's done, Matias makes his way to Hawaii to compete in Moana's Holiday Dual Meet Invitational. His accolades on the mat go hand in hand with his grit as the IIAAG's 2018 Boys Rugby Player of the Year. Calvo was tops in points scored, leading the Friars to their 3rd Boys Rugby Championship in as many years.
Difference maker for us was our chemistry. A lot of us grew up knowing each other and playing together, and I think that was really the difference for us, because we were able to move the ball well and able to communicate well on defense, and that was really the difference maker.
Calvo saying one of his goals, playing rugby at a higher level. Having already played for Guam's U18 national rugby squad, Matias says it was one of the highlights of his sports career.
Representing Guam is an honor, and I think that anyone who has a chance to represent Guam should give their best and give their all and play with respect for the game and for everyone else. And so that would definitely be one of my goals in the future.
It's obvious Calvo has athletics down pat, but his academics are medal worthy as well. A 4.0 GPA. He's on FD's Academic Challenge Bowl team. They've won 2 titles in a row and are currently sitting in 1st place. Calvo also winning the island-wide high school chemistry competition held at UOG on Charter Day.
That's probably the most important thing to me. My parents, if I'm not doing well in academics, they won't let me participate in anything. So maintaining good grades are very important to me.
As he heads into his senior year, Calvo looks to keep his star rising. Athletics, academics, and representing the FD tradition. For some, it might keep their hands full, but Matias has a good grip on things. After all, he is strong in the faith, and that's what makes Matias Calvo a Gatorade game changer.
Thanks, Chris. Just as a reminder to anyone who hasn't registered for the United Airlines Guam Marathon, what are you waiting for? Sign up as soon as possible and take advantage of all the perks lined up for this year's race.
Yeah, we just want to remind everybody that the registration cutoff is Tuesday, April 3rd at 11:59 p.m. So make sure you go online and register by then, UnitedGuamMarathon.com. This year we have the Runners Perks program, Eat, Shop, Run. We have over 27 vendors and local businesses participating, offering discounts to all of our participants. So all you have to do is show proof of participation in the race, which is your email confirmation, your race bib, your medal. It's going on now through April 15th.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Happy day. My name is Victoria Perez, council member for the Guam Developmental Disabilities Council. March 2018 is Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. This year's theme is Embracing Diverse Communities Together. Help us celebrate and spread awareness by promoting equal opportunity for people with developmental disabilities. For more information, please call 735-9127 or 8.
Be Happy Awareness Month!
Guam is more than a tiny island in the Pacific. This magical place is where I call home. This island inspires me to learn and explore what's around me. It teaches me that there are no shortcuts in life and that the long way home may just be the scenic route. And that even the dirt roads can lead you to beautiful destinations.
All right, everybody, I stole Sabrina's phone, so I am commandeering this thing just so we can pay attention to the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. We are celebrating island style, and we are blowing out the candles for the newest friends in the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, led off by 23-year-old Hannah Camacho. We love you, our daughter, says your family. Daniel Lazama, happy 24th birthday to you, Daniel. This comes from your family who says they love and miss you. Heather B. Gay, happy 24th birthday to our sissy, says your family. Also, happy 4th birthday to this little angel, Harley Ibe. Your grandma loves you so much. Happy birthday to a one-of-a-kind lady. This is Margaret Santos Kinata. We love you and wish you continued blessings and much happiness from Benny, Trisha, and the boys. Happy 90th birthday to our grandpa and great-grandpa. This is birthday boy Patricio Dula. We love you to the moon and back, Pop, says Benny Jr. and the family. It is a birthday to Philip Salas, and your family couldn't be prouder of you. And happy birthday number 15 to Jada Marie Salas. This comes from your whole family. Smile, everybody. You too, if you did not get mentioned in the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, there, I just took a shot of you. You can be part of the club. Just go to KUAM.com and register, and we can even take selfies.
Oh my goodness. Stay tuned, in the mix is next. Bye.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.